You're watching USA News Hub, your home for breaking headlines, trending sports stories, and exclusive updates from across the nation. What happens when a former world number one, known for his no-filter honesty, loses twice to a teenager, and then compares that same teenager to Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz? Daniil Medvedev just sparked one of the biggest conversations in tennis, and his comments about American rising star learner Tien are shaking up the entire ATP world. This isn't just praise. This is a shocking, game-changing claim that has fans and analysts stunned. Let's dive into the full story, because Medvedev didn't just compliment Tien. He also ranked him, compared him, and even suggested that the American could be nearly unbeatable under different tennis rules. This is the story everyone in the tennis world is talking about. Daniil Medvedev has never been shy about giving blunt opinions. Whether he's winning Grand Slams, calling out fans, or breaking down the future of tennis, the Russian star always speaks his mind. And this time, his comments came after a season where he faced two of tennis' biggest rising stars, learner Tien of the United States and Joao Fonseca of Brazil. Both teenagers had breakout seasons in 2025, beating top 10 players, winning titles, and electrifying crowds around the world. But Medvedev's latest interview took the conversation to a whole new level. Speaking with Brazil Tennis, Medvedev opened up about the two young players, but he saved his most shocking remarks for learner Tien, the young American who defeated him twice this season. Medvedev admitted earlier this year that Tien made him nervous on court, and now he's giving the world a clearer picture of why. Medvedev described Tien as one of the most tactically gifted and steady baseline players he has ever faced. According to Medvedev, Tien doesn't need a massive serve or a monster forehand to win. Instead, he beats opponents with smart point construction, flawless court control, and relentless consistency. Then came the headline-making quote, and this one is already going viral. If there were no serves in tennis, something that, of course, will never happen, then, with the exception of Sinner and Alcaraz, I don't see anyone capable of easily beating him. Let's pause here. A former world number one just said that only Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz, the two biggest stars of the new generation, could consistently beat Tien in a serve-less world. That statement alone tells you exactly how highly Medvedev rates the teenage American. He continued by adding, he's a phenomenal player, with excellent court control. He doesn't have one exceptional shot, but he plays extremely well. For a player who has beaten Federer, Djokovic, and Nadal, praise like this means everything. But what makes this even more compelling is that despite losing to Tien twice, Medvedev still ranked another young player, Joao Fonseca, slightly higher in long-term potential. Medvedev explained that Fonseca's explosive athleticism, power-based game, and heavy baseline hitting are better suited to the modern style of men's tennis, said, both are great tennis players, but Fonseca has a bit more potential due to his playing style and the current state of tennis. In other words, Tien is smarter. Fonseca is more explosive. Both could be future stars, and Medvedev sees Fonseca's ceiling as slightly higher. This evaluation comes after both players enjoyed incredible 2025 seasons. Let's break it down. Learner Tien entered the 2025 season ranked outside the top 120. He wasn't expected to make global headlines. But the American teenager skyrocketed more than 90 ranking spots, finishing the year at a career-high number 28 with a 32-23 record point. One of the defining moments of his season was winning his first ATP title at the Moselle Open in Metz, defeating Cameron Norrie in the final. But Tien's biggest breakthroughs came in the biggest tournaments, the Australian Open. He reached the fourth round, becoming the youngest man to do so since Rafael Nadal in 2005. And along the way, he stunned world number 5 Daniil Medvedev in the second round. That match marked the first of his 2 wins over the Russian this season. Tien ended the year with 5 top 10 wins, beating some of the biggest names in tennis, including Ben Shelton, Andrei Rublev, Alexander Zverev, and Lorenzo Musetti. His ranking jump earned him a place at the next-gen ATP Finals for the second year in a row. If this is what Tien is doing as a teenager, imagine where he'll be at 22 or 23, but Joao Fonseca was not far behind, or some would argue, even ahead. Fonseca finished the year ranked number 24 with a 26-16 record. He became Brazil's top-ranked singles player early in the season and delivered several headline performances. He won 2 ATP titles, the Argentina Open and the Swiss Indoors, showcasing his aggressive, high-power baseline style. He also grabbed global attention at the Australian Open, where he defeated Andrei Rublev in the opening round. Fonseca's season did hit a bump late in the year when he was forced to withdraw from the next-gen ATP finals due to injury. But even with that setback, he posted one of the most impressive seasons in recent young ATP history. And when it comes to head-to-head matches, Fonseca leads Tien 3-0, beat Tien twice at the 2024 Next Gen ATP Finals, including the final, and again in a tight 3-set match at the Miami Open. This head-to-head lead is likely a key reason why Medvedev currently ranks Fonseca slightly higher. But the biggest takeaway from Medvedev's comments is not just who he thinks has more potential, it's how highly he rates both players, especially Tien. By placing Tien just below Sinner and Alcaraz in terms of pure baseline ability, Medvedev is essentially predicting that the American teenager could be one of the top players in the world in the next few years. That comparison is no small thing. Sinner and Alcaraz are already considered the heirs to the Big Three era, the future of men's tennis. Tien being placed in that conversation is a sign of enormous respect. And keep in mind, Medvedev doesn't hype players unless he truly believes in their talent. His comments have already sparked heated debates among commentators and fans. Some believe Tien has the tactical IQ to be a top 5 player. Others argue Fonseca's explosiveness gives him the higher ceiling. And some think we're witnessing the start of tennis's next great rivalry. One thing is certain. If both players stay healthy, the ATP Tour is in for an incredible next decade. So what does this all mean for the future? For Tien, it means validation, not just from fans, but from a former number one who has played against every style imaginable. His calm, chess-like approach to tennis makes him dangerous even without a huge weapon. And his mental toughness, especially in big moments, is already drawing comparisons to fellow Americans like Tommy Paul and Ben Shelton, but with even greater technical precision. For Fonseca, Medvedev's assessment confirms what many have seen: raw power, athleticism, and an attacking mentality that mirrors early Alcaraz. He has the game to overpower the best players in the world, and he already has. And for tennis fans, we're entering a new era. A generation where Sinner and Alcaraz lead the pack. But Tien and Fonseca are storming right behind them. USA-based tennis news, rising star profiles, and all the viral stories shaping the sport today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story that's shaping America and the world. We'll see you in the next update.